Alafia. Good afternoon. This is Iyalode on my The Power of You. The Power of You during the winter solstice, getting ready for the new year. And the solstice, yes. So I know, I am assuming, but I'm positive, probably, that there are a lot of people going through some shifts in energy that you're feeling. I know I have. I have been feeling that energy in so many ways, especially during the fasting, the fasting season. Oops, am I still on? Yeah, there. Yes, sorry. Yes, during the winter, the cleansing fast. So today I wanted to do a couple of things. You know, y'all saw me in late, but not late. It's on time. Every time it's on time. So some of you, well, two of my friends asked me if I would do a what is called a challenge, where I want, have people support me and support themselves during this season. I used to do that, but it takes a lot out because every day I have to post the juices and what's happening in that. And as a matter of fact, that's how I ended up having this book, The Meaningful Monday, the original. It was that I would go through the different seasons to help everyone because I needed support to by just posting the juices and the things that I were going through. And then it ended up being where a friend of mine recommended, why don't you just make a book? Everything that you've been posting on Facebook. This was like in 2007. So I went to the house of one of my students in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and stayed a month and ended up doing the book. So in this book, I have all of the techniques of the explanation of fasting and cleansing, what it is, why, what, when, and just get the Meaningful Monday book on my website, and you can get it on Amazon as well. And is developing and maintaining balance through seasons with prayers, baths, and healthy living. I'm saying all of that to let you know that I'm going through the fast myself. And I had another book that was cleansing and fasting and not starving the body. I may have to bring that little book. It was a little booklet. I may have to bring that in, the exercises and the things to expect. So this is a way of letting you know exactly how, if you want to join or if you want to get some of your friends to start a little support group during this time before the 21st, which is a time that we have the solstice celebration. And sometimes it helps us to refocus because this is a season for celebration and a lot of eating and cooking dense food. And this is the most powerful time for aligning ourselves with the universe. This is the most powerful time. If you never do a cleansing or a detox, this is the time is doing for the winter because everything goes down. This is a time for us to go within and to really connect to the soul and the spirit, just as the plants, all of the nurturing goes down. The leaves are not producing any fruit and they fall off and they become fertilizer, and the inside, all of the sugars and things that would be making fruit goes inside. So that's what we are doing right now, is to go inside doing this detox and cleansing. And we explain fasting, why, what to upset, the why, what, when, where, how to maintain your health after you come off, how to go into it slowly with juices and with salads. And we have all the menus, everything is in there. So that takes care of what I'm speaking about today. Today is nature is our nurturer. Nature is our nurturer. So nature, neter, is a Kemetic name for God. Neter. And then the neteru are all of the gods. So nature is that energy that we come and we get and we grab and we balance ourselves. Last night, I'm going to talk about this first. So nature is our nurturer. And so in preparation for the upcoming new year, the motivation right now is the universe is going to be our ability to seek illumination, guidance, support is coming from nature. My webinar on the 17th is going to address a lot of that, what, not what to do, questions to ask yourself. And I will give tools in support of some of the things that you may be feeling during this time. It's very important for us to prepare for this great number one year that's coming up, this new year, this new cycle for us. All of us are feeling a shift somewhere in our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. And don't feel like you have to do it alone. You don't have to go alone. And it's okay to get new tools. I just called my therapist to make me another appointment because I haven't been in a couple of months, in a long time. So knowing that, you have that support from all angles is good. It's good because that's why the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call the creator, Olodumare, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, anything that gives you a way of seeing that, oh, in the past, people went through this, so I'm going to go through this. Anything to give you inspiration, whatever the name you need to call it. You just call it you because you are God. And in that process, we are all seeking guidance, illumination, support, especially the dominant culture not understanding and promoting community is a distraction. It creates a world where the governing forces or those in positions are doing things based on the lack of knowing nature is our nurturer. The things that we're putting in the rivers and the waters, the way that people are dying in Somalia, that are in the Congo, digging into the earth to bring out gold for us to buy into shiny things, and not looking at what it is that we're doing. Haiti now can't even grow good vegetables because of the wash off of the drilling. So we have to go into being those who are aware of the power of nature, do whatever it is that we can. And as Obatala said this year, radical cultural and spiritual evolution as a revolution. So we have to believe that we have to be radical. Radical meaning you have to go to the extreme of what it is that you're doing to flip it. This number one that's coming up is going to be amazing because I just want to first say congratulations on everybody that have been through all of the distractions that were put into our path by just life. And we came out. We are here doing well, thriving, starting new business, getting married, engaged, meeting lovers, friends, reconnecting to old friends, making new friends, making new families, doing the work of healing ourselves. Especially, I got to give up to women who have been doing the work because it has been easy for women to have that support because we are always going to be supportive of each other because we are sometimes the target audience for either marriage or bearing children or supporting our communities. We're the hardest workers, all of that. Because you ask a woman, we can multitask. And so I want to give it to the men as well because the men are doing their work as well. There are men's groups that are starting and are supporting each other. I just want to give, life is good. Life is good. And so the other day, some of you that follow me on social media saw that I said that I was going through a real thing to shift when I go into my fasting and detoxing. And that's why I'm so encourage you to do it. It has changed my life since the first time I went to the Osiris Set retreat in Virginia. They used to have it a few years back. And I realized the power of bringing community together during those times and doing meditation. Ratwum never had this whole meditation system, and he does as well. And I send it out in my newsletter to join for the winter solstice on the 21st. So when I got involved and aware of the power of food and nature and how by changing my diet, I was able to not only stop getting these big pimples on my back, but also my energy, my frequency. I started looking at, so I kind of know what to happen. So by the fourth day, you're feeling kind of, your body's like, the toxins are saying like, no, I want to stand with you. So you get down and deep. And then the fifth day too, you can get even a little deeper. And then by the sixth day, the seventh day, I start just coming out. I'm in that out of down system. So I just wanted to share with you, why is it that I put that in? I don't personally go through stuff that I have to put on social media to help me personally. I have enough babalawos, therapists, iyas, my priests that help me to balance when I feel like I need support. And I'm constantly doing rituals. So for me personally, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I know when I'm full of bull and when I need to get a dafa and get back on board. So when I get into these things where I want to put it into on the word and in the universe for y'all to see that I'm going through something is because it's something deep. And for me, it's usually about what it is that we're doing as human beings. That's the thing that gets me. As an empath, I have always been able to, for good and not so, feel what's going on, the frequency, the universal frequency that's going on, as well as myself. Moon in Pisces just makes me lit every morning. Ooh, it's always in that part like, what does this mean? What is this taking to me? And so our what happened to me the other day is I just felt so down. I mean, that fast took me down to all of my all of the things, the toxins were just kicking my butt. And I just had a moment where I was just like, what is going to happen to me? What is happening to me as far as making sure that I do whatever I can do to make sure that my students, my classes, the people in my life have my support and have the things that my tools or get them with free calls or whatever. Can I do more? I felt like I needed to do more to be relevant. And so I was in that place where I was just down and feeling that the way that we are being distracted is dangerous. And I started going down that little rabbit hole, going down that rabbit hole. And two of my friends came by my house and I just grabbed and was crying and all of that because I was feeling a way in terms of African traditional religion. The ATR, many people who practice African traditional religion, and I'm not everywhere, but I don't see as an open for people in ATR having an awareness or welcoming of people of different um, uh, ways of living, different um, religious beliefs that are welcoming, that can go to a church and don't feel like, Olodumare going to get them, or to do things who are distracting from gender identity, homophobia in ATRs. It's like, from what I've seen, and like I said, I'm not everywhere. I'm speaking from a little old me, size 6.5 shoes, who, where I go sometimes and where I'm part of and I try and I follow, there's this thing that is not being said. And it reminds me of the thing that happened when we are separated and making us feel that we're different, but we are all the same. So the things that I'm feeling and the energy and the frustration, and I'm feeling like, oh my God, all of us are trying to figure it out. Everyone in their own way, every religious belief, every gender person identified with whatever gender, and for us to be able to open that as a conversation in African traditional religion. So that's where I was, because I've reached out and felt and asked for questions and things like that. And it's always with homophobia. And so I've learned how to just pull back and do what I do. In my understanding of who Obatala is, all of us are interconnected and interdependent, and that God made us all. And Obatala made us all in every way that we are. So we don't have to say the way that you express love or the way that you find love or who you find love is something that Obatala had intended to set as a difference. So for me, I don't understand that aspect of it. So in going out, my frustration was like, oh my God, it's not only that, but I'm just like, what's going to happen? What can I do more? What can I do more? And Obatala has already told me, you need to sit down, do less. Learn how to do more with less. So all of this is going to let you know that when I'm doing my detoxing, I do go down into those dark places. But I always have someone, universe, when I call, and words are power. Every word we speak is a prayer. And so saying that I felt like this and I was saying it in my house, I'm here by myself. And who can I speak to that can do this? I have two students that are Aquarians that he's always with me in these levels of zoning out. And so my two friends came by and I just broke down and was just sharing with them how I was feeling. Come to find out now, one of them was Kendra, and she had a program last night, an author, and I asked her to send me the name of it. If anyone was online that remember their name, can you put it in the chat for me? But anyway, I'm saying all of this to say that in that program last night, the word that I needed, the understanding that I needed came through. I came through when I spoke to the two friends that came by, and then they, of course, affirmed that I'm not in this, alone, and there are people that are doing the work in all aspects. Then I go on the show and be a part of it. And I wasn't part of it, just not in it, but not part of it. I was part of it, but not in it. The speaker, the author of the book, and if I look on this, I can't find it. But anyway, the book, she said something that just sparked me. She said something to the effect that we are doing the work of frequency, which that's all I always speak about, the importance of us meeting each other wherever we are. The frequency that we have is the frequency that we're going to attract people to. And when we're down and when we're feeling that the stuff that's going out is really our reality, it becomes our reality. So many of us, all of us, I'm talking to you here, speaking to the choir, singing to the choir, all of us that are here are seeking that. That's why we're on this vibration of this power of you. We are all supporting each other. Yes, here it is. Dr. Lisa Renkau was the speaker. Yes, thank you, Ekale. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And the name, Ekale put on there the name of the book. I'm planning to get the book. But anyway, so all of us here on this frequency that we are all trying to figure it out whichever way, either we're taking baths, we go to church, we go to whatever it is that we're doing. We are all knowing that we are on this together, because when you come in the power of you, is about uplifting you, letting you know that you got the power to be great. You got the power to change this universe. You have the power to change everything in our life, in my life, in the future life. The thing that came through to me was when the sister said, that don't get, she didn't say, but I'm saying it in my own way, don't get it twisted. If at the end of all that we are seeing that's happening to us, that's taking us to this new revelation of this number 1 year that is great, if at the end of it, I don't see it at the completion of this cycle, it's going to be okay. That was my prayer. I needed to know that I can't try to do more in my little lifetime to see the ending of the struggle that we are going with, the political thing, the ignorance, the disrespect that is being said to us. I've been in this country, I think 5 presidents, and I've never seen the United States speak of other people in such disrespectful ways. And those are the things that kind of get me, because I'm like, okay, if this is the new normal, I'm gonna have to find some way to shift into this joker. So I don't become so negative that, those of you that read my book, The Living Shrine, the extremes that I've been through in trying to find balance and sanity. So when that concept came to that, if you don't see it by the end of it, baby, it's going to be done. Because if I don't see it, there are other people that are resonating and taking us to the next level. Just as our ancestors saw things like this, that they thought it was the end of the world, but they continued. We have history, global history, universal history to tell us that we are always going to come through to the next life, depending on how we shift our consciousness and to believe that everything and everyone is equal and everyone is finding each other. Baby, because for me, people are good. Politics and political views is what messes us up. But when you find people individually, I love to travel. I travel a lot. And in everywhere, every new country that I go to, I always want to connect to the people. And the people always show up to be fantastic. But if you listen to the concept of political and the politics, as uh, Mutabaruka calls it politics, the politics that go on make you think that, there's a difference, there's a war going on between black and white and poor and rich. When you connect to human beings always show up as the light that you're looking for. I've been to places where I don't speak the language and none of that. Before it's time to go, I'm sitting down in the people's houses eating dinner and all of that. People are basically good because we are good. We show up as good. And so use whatever is going on to make us feel trapped or disconnected or disengaged to each other as a way of coming together. Yes, that was powerful. I found that prayer was for me not to get frustrated and feel like what's going on out here. I won't see the end of it. It's okay if I don't, because there are others that's going to take it to the other level. Baby, I'm okay. So all of the juicing and stuff and the detoxing that's coming through me, I'm ready for you, baby. I'm ready for you. And another thing that the sister said is Sister Lisa Rankow, Rankow, or is the path of wholeness. Justice and the path of wholeness. Justice and the path of wholeness. Get the book. I'm getting it. I already ordered it. I'm waiting for it to come. One of the things that she said was the ways of shifting and alignment, the inner self, is a quote that I heard last night, that darkness is the mother of the light. I've always said that. People who are spiritually grounded always know that the darkness is where everything is born. But when she said darkness is the mother of light, it was just another ekuche, another ashe, another amen to the things that was being said and that I have been going through. So when I go into the dark, I see the light. I go into the light of understanding that everything that's going on around here is reason to be grateful that we are here. We are doing the work. And nature is our nurturer. Nature, the fruits, the vegetables, the plants. During this time, I always find a way to connect to nature. You saw yesterday I did the post that I brought, even my banana tree I brought inside. I bring the nature inside when I'm not able to do that. And then I will run away soon to go to somewhere that's warm. But in the process, I bathe outside. I bathe in the nude and let nature ground me. Stand out there and pour the water over me, as I did as a little kid, where we would bathe and we would just have on panties or nothing and run in the river and rain in the rain, and we would lick the rain and stay. That was grounding. Find a way during this time to ground you. And that's what grounds me, is that when I do this dark energy introduction or reintroduction of my juices and the baths that we will share with you on the 17th on the webinar, it's going to be about going into that place that is the darkest. So many of us are feeling that shift in relationships, in marriage, in dating, in food, in illnesses with our children. Go into that dark place and recognize, how is this? How can I change? And this morning when I woke up, before I get up, I always do my basic Reiki and prayer and affirmation in my head and my Ori, and my son came into my consciousness. And I said, I have to speak with Nike. And sure enough, within 10 minutes, he called me and said, oh, I'm in some other state he was in doing his business, as he is a businessman. And he called and said, I'm just checking on you. I didn't even get a chance to talk to him because he was on the road. But I thought in that moment, I needed to talk to my son. We have never had the conversation of what did he experience when he was in the war. He was in the military. and he was in Iraq, and he was a nurse. And I know that one thing that he shared with me while he was over there, one of his friends, he had just spoken to him and turned around, and a grenade blew up in the tank. And he said, yeah, we got over it. But as a medic in that, so my spirit said, I need to talk to my son to learn some of the things that he is going through, and that he may need to just let me know for my own consciousness how brave he has been, or how much pain he's having, that maybe all I need to do is to know what he may be going through as a man coming out of the war, coming out of the experience, and just to hug him and to cry or not, or just laugh the fact that he is here. Spirit be walking and talking with me during these times. So, baby, do your juices, do your cleansing. This stuff works. It works. I can't wait for my son to come back so we can sit down and just be silent with each other and just say, I need to feel what you felt when you were there, when you were afraid. And when you came home and you see the veterans in the street that may have experienced it with you, and the work that my son does to support veterans, he does it as part of a group that he started, and then it expanded to other things. That was nature speaking to nurture me, to nurture my son by sipping juices. Let me take a sip as I speak. By sipping juices during the meditation, drinking the herbs that are going to go in and dig that toxic out, and taking other herbs in conjunction to this, and doing a lot of sleeping and meditation, I am being nurtured by nature. And so for all of us that are getting ready for the new year to show up, all of us are, if we're here, for all of us that's on a journey of whatever it is that you do, extra prayers, extra bath, prayers of forgiveness, asking family to forgive, and you forgiving, or whatever it is your practice. Connect to nature. Connect to nature. My book, Meaningful Mondays, has the menus in it, everything, how to start, how to doing the detoxing, how to clean your tongue, how to scrub your body, how to squish your mouth with coconut oil. All of those things are necessary. How to exfoliate you and scrub the dead skin that comes off. Because sometimes the largest organ of the body is the skin, and we just take it for granted, like, okay, we took a shower. We got to scrub that joker off. So this is what we want to speak about. And I've done today is to let you know that everything that is going to bring you to recalibration and take you out of feeling that what's happening outside is really true. What's happening is that this is giving us an opportunity for us to go down into our ashe, into our divine, to our liver. That's an expression of the divine. Our kidneys, to go down into our spleen, go through our throat, the different chakras. That's all part of the divine alignment that we do, and global alignment. Inner alignment, personal alignment. We are encouraging you to recalibrate, give yourself challenges so that you can bring up how strong you are and how capable you are to face those things that nature is going to bring to you. And go to nature, go hug a tree, talk to a tree. One of the things when in this practice, when you do a ritual and the thing is fed and is done, if you do a food presentation or sacrifice, you always ask, where do we take the expansion of this ritual? It may be to go to a tree, it may be to go to a river, it may go to a bank, it could go to the side of the road. Wherever you're going, it's because it's to connect back to its source, because everything that we use in this faith is nature given. It's animal, vegetable. We don't give plastic as an offering. So at the end of when it has served you, we throw and say, where do we discard this? Do we put it in the trash? Do we put that to a shoe? That is a road of a shoe in feeding what you have discarded. It lives from because it knows exactly what you didn't even know. And when you put it there, it's discarded and recycled into the universe. Is it at a tree where you put it to the tree and say, tree, your memory right now is what I'm requiring for you to help me to accept this offering that I am finished and I'm completed with, and I'm putting it there to feed your roots, but also to come back with me and give me a deeper understanding as to the purpose of the ritual. That's why it's important to know when you're doing rituals and you're giving away, or I mean, not giving away, but you're returning your rituals to a place in nature, why you're doing it. State your intention, put it there because nature is watching us. We walk around in the trees, they don't move. They are right there watching us, and they remember everything that we thought, we did, we said at their reflection. Y'all know, some of you that have been to my place here, I live in the bush. It's 5 acres of 4.5 acres full of bush. So there are trees that are constantly talking to you. And when people come in, they come in, you're like, oh my God, it's so peaceful. Yes, we're walking into nothing but memory. These are trees that have been here since the beginning, since the original people were walking, and generations that have lived on this land, in this spot, and have given birth and have farmed it and made barns and found death. That memory is there. So when you walk on this compound, it's sacred because you're receiving all of the work on their life. Thank you for coming so we can give you some more of their work. So today I just want to encourage you to do the fasting and go to my LinkedIn, Linktree, and find a way of connecting with us. One of the things that we're doing in Ore IIASK, it came through the recalibrating of Sister Keisha, who works and who does everything that you see my social media for me. Spirit said, that guided her to say, yeah, the work that you're doing, more people need to know of it on a consistent basis. And so invite them to come to the things, to the classes that you're going to have. And so her way was to say, to have membership for 2 months, it's $5, so that you can see and be a part of what we're doing. And if it rings true to your heart, then you can stay. But at least you know there's a place that every month there is a class, there's a lecture series of people. We have experts in different fields, or I may the teacher of that particular day. And it's the third Thursday we have class. And then that following Sunday of that Thursday, we have worship service that you could come in person in North Carolina, or you can be online, virtually, all over the world. We have students in Dubai, in Turkey, that come to be a part of this, in Japan, that are part of the worship service. So, and then in there you're the first ones to know of any things that we're having, support classes, membership, rituals that we're giving free to members of Ore IIASK. So for 2 months, if you want to go onto Ore IIASK or go to my link tree and join. I don't have the thing here to put the link tree on, but somebody put it in there for me in the chat. And you'll be able to know what it is why is it that I stay so fired up sometimes on the passion that we needed to have. And Obatala said, we need to have radical cultural and spiritual evolution as revolution. So to change, we have the power to change what it is that we're doing and connect with other groups, different groups, organizations that are doing God's work in different ways, in different colors, in different creeds, different identities. to do this work. And for ATR, we need to have those conversations surrounding homophobia. And God is God. Nature is nature. And an orange picked by one gender or another race, another religion, still feeds the spirit, the properties of it. Nature is so wise that when you cut a tomato, the inside of it is like a heart. Nature is beautiful. Yes, so thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share and join me in our upcoming webinar that we are using some deep, deep ways of connecting. And some of the things that I do every year for the new year, for the old year, as in Panama, it's called the Old Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is called Old Year. So enjoy your day, connect to nature in some kind of way, walk to a river, sit, put on your hoodie, just talk. Give thanks for being here. In spite of all that we've been, the rivers are still flowing. The trees are still blooming. And so hug a tree, sip some soursop juice that I'm drinking today, and know that you have the power to be great. Have a blessed day. Odavo.